Steve from SewingGold.com, and this video is on a Tacsew T111-155. We're going to show you how to change the check spring. That's the check spring right there. If you broke your check spring, we're going to show you how to replace it. So the first thing we're going to do is not remove, but loosen that screw. Just get a flathead screwdriver, loosen the screw there. Once you loosen the screw there, if this piece is not automatically coming out, show them how to put the little screwdriver. So make sure that this screw's loose first before you do what Jose just did. So you take your screwdriver, and if you look at the slot here, at the end, I'll focus in on that if I can get it to focus. Okay, see the end of that? You could fit a screwdriver in there. Jose, put the screwdriver in there. So you could fit it in there and then turn it and then loosen it out. Okay? So the next step we're going to do is remove that little pin from the back of the tension. And then we're going to take the screw off the back. Okay, so loosen the screw. Don't take it all the way out, and then that'll remove the bottom part of the tension. You could just put that one, this one aside, and we're going to work with this. So now we have to get that spring out, and just do it slow. You got to do it slow. Okay, so what Jose did, he reached inside and grabbed the spring, and then you have to, it's really hard to see, but I'm going to zoom in. Just don't move, Jose. Okay, so you see the tip is in that slot. Okay, try not to move, just take it out, but don't move the whole entire thing. Okay, put it back. Okay, you see how that piece of the check spring is sticking out of that slot. Okay? Go ahead and take it out again. Just try not to move so much, just move this hand. Yeah, keep the other one steady. It's sort of hard to see how he did it, but basically you have to get the top part of the spring out of that slot on the top. Okay? So now we're going to grab a new check spring. This one's silver in color. Go slow. You got to go slow, Jose. Okay, put it back down. Give it to me again. Okay. So taking the spring in your hand like this, okay? This is the way you're going to hold it when you put it back. Don't do it like this. Okay? You want it this way. Okay? And then what you're going to do is you're going to take the spring part and slide it in. Okay, here, take this. And just do it. You got to do it really slow. Go ahead. Slowly. Okay, so now it's in there. Now, if you look inside, I'm going to zoom in again. Don't move, Jose. You see how there's that little tip sticking out inside, and I'm going to point to it with the screwdriver. Inside there, you see that little tip. Okay? Now, if we show the other piece, we're going to grab the other part of the tension now. There's a slot on there. Okay, you see that slot? That slot right there, the spring inside has to go on that. So the piece inside, that piece inside on the actual check spring goes in that slot. Okay? So you're going to have to turn the tension to get it in that slot. Okay, once we get it in that slot, we've got to make sure that the tension here, you have enough tension. So what Jose's going to do is he's going to turn the tension. Okay, take it off for 1 second. There. So put it back in. Alright, so when you first put it in and it should, if you turn it, to grab that part. Okay? Once you get it in there, you're going to want to turn the spring. Can you hold it here? You're going to want to turn this. Let me get in there. Okay, so you're going to want to turn this a little bit to get more pressure or tension on that check spring. So if I just put it in and it's caught that slot, this check spring does not have enough spring to it. Okay, so that's why I want to turn the entire. Go ahead. You could talk.
Yeah, you don't need a screwdriver. Just go like this a little bit, and you can feel. You get tension. That's right tension.
Okay. Now you can't tell how much tension there is, so you may have to play around with this. But like I said, turn it so you have enough tension on here. If it's really, really loose, you'll feel it. You can't push it with your finger. Okay, and once you have that proper tension on the check spring, tighten that screw back up. So see, Jose's holding both sides together. Let me zoom out again. Okay, so he's holding and pushing both sides together. Go ahead. And tighten that nice and tight. Okay, and once he tightens that nice and tight, check your spring, make sure you have it going, the check spring's working. And then this one right at the end is fairly flush. You see how it's flush at the end? Then you're going to put that little, it looks almost like a nail back in. Go ahead, put it in. Okay, and then we're going to slide it back into the machine. And that's the proper position?
Yeah.
Okay, so the check spring is almost vertical, straight up and down, as you can see it there. Okay, and then we're going to tighten the screw. All right, and this is done with the foot in the down position. Because if we do this with the foot in the up position, when we put it back, the tension is going to be released. So make sure when you put it back, if you can see how much it's sticking out of the machine. It's barely sticking out of the machine. You see right here how much space there is. Okay. Now if your tension is released, see how this is not released. There's no gap. If it's released, if I push on the knee lift, you see how it's releasing the tension? So that I'm pushing the knee lift to release the tension. Okay? So if you have any other questions on how to do this, please give us a call, 888-505-4565. Thank you.